Kuki people of Bangladesh demand protection of ancestral lands and cultural heritage amid rising conflict. In a recent escalation in Bangladesh's Chittagong hill tracts, the Kuki Chin National Army, KNA, clashed with the Chakma militant group, resulting in over 10 fatalities among members of the Chakma community. The ongoing struggle has drawn attention to the tensions over territorial disputes and the Kuki Chin people's urgent calls for the protection of their ancestral lands and cultural identity. The conflict, which erupted in the remote hills of the Chittagong region, is seen as a broader battle for territorial control. The KNA, representing the interests of the Kuki Chin people, has long opposed external encroachment on their traditional lands. The Chakma group, aligned with the political and military interests of the Bangladesh government, has been accused by many Kuki Chin leaders of attempting to suppress their community and their rights to land and cultural preservation. Sources from Mizo local news reported that the Chakma group, known for its faction called the PCJSS, Parbatya Chattogram Jana Samhati Samiti, has grown increasingly militant in its attempts to control strategic areas in the region. With a long-standing history of aligning itself with the Bangladesh government, the Chakma group has often been portrayed as a key instrument used to undermine indigenous rights in the region, including those of the Kuki Chin people. The Kuki Chin National Army has stated that the Chakma group's actions are part of a wider plan by the Bangladesh government to exert control over the indigenous Kuki Chin populations. The KNA has been vocal about their desire for autonomy, self-determination, and the protection of their cultural practices, which they say are under threat due to external forces, including the Chakma faction, and government-backed encroachments on their land. While the Chakma group has claimed to be fighting for the protection and rights of the indigenous communities in the region, including their own people, critics argue that their alliance with the government has transformed them into a tool used to suppress rival indigenous groups like the Kuki Chin. The brutal clash between the KNA and Chakma militants serves as a reminder of the volatile nature of the region and the challenges faced by indigenous groups fighting to preserve their heritage and land. In the aftermath of the clash, Kuki Chin activists have raised concerns about the growing militarization of the Chittagong hill tracts. They argue that their community's right to protect its cultural and territorial integrity is under constant siege from both militant groups and the state. International organizations and human rights groups have also voiced concern over the violence, urging the Bangladesh government to ensure the protection of all indigenous groups and respect their ancestral lands. The Kuki Chin National Army has vowed to continue its struggle for sovereignty and the protection of their people, while urging the Chakma and other indigenous groups to unite against external threats. Their message is clear: the survival of their culture, language, and way of life depends on their ability to secure their ancestral land from encroachment and outside forces. As tensions rise in the Chittagong hill tracts, the international community is watching closely, hoping that dialogue and peaceful resolutions can replace the violence and bloodshed that has become all too common in this region. The fate of the Kuki Chin people and their cultural heritage remains uncertain, but their resolve to defend their rights remains strong. Disclaimer. This article is based on reports and accounts gathered from various sources, including local news agencies and eyewitness testimonies. While every effort has been made to ensure the accuracy of the information presented, the events described are subject to ongoing developments. The views expressed in this article do not necessarily reflect the official stance of any political or military organization. Video. Disclaimer. The video accompanying this article contains graphic content that may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. The content is provided for informational purposes only and does not endorse any specific group or ideology. Subscribe to Zalangam Media. For more in-depth coverage of the situation in Bangladesh and other related issues, please subscribe to Zalangam Media. Stay informed with the latest updates on Indigenous rights, conflicts, and cultural preservation efforts.
Go! Berhenti hadap kandom. JSS kandom lo. Mungkin nak kanek JSS. Berhenti hadap kandom. Kamu. Ciao. Luno. Loading. Bro. Oi. Tamu. Zom lo. Berhenti hadap kandom. Ku izinkan zom lo. Kamu. Zom lo.